Welcome to the show. It's Real Talk with the Sixth Man. I'm your host, the Sixth Man. This podcast is uncut, unscripted, and we talk about a wide range of topics: Black entrepreneurship, social injustice, education, finances, the family dynamic, Me Too movement, Black Lives Matter, and mental health, along with many more. It's a Real Talk podcast to empower, educate, encourage, uplift, and inspire, and to allow others to be better than they were yesterday.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, man? Listen, I'm not sure what's going on, but as you know, technology is always a little iffy. I had another laptop that I was using prior to this, and then I went back to my Apple product laptop, and this is acting funky. So I think I need to update it, or I don't know, give it a tune up. I don't know, but it's Wednesday, man. It's Wednesday night. Mechi said she was dealing with a few things, so she said she would let me know when she can come on, so she can't start with me tonight. But as y'all know, we come on here every Wednesday night and try to hit y'all with something, that's gonna, make you think, right? And so like I said, I tell people all the time, I get so much stuff in my inbox, right? I get all types of situations, all types of, people be wanting to get my perspective on things. I'll be like, what? Like, oh yeah, tell me what you think about this. I'll be like, what? So sometimes when I do get stuff, I don't always like immediately run to it and want to talk about it. But sometimes when you hear something, especially when it's presented to you, you like, damn, for real. And so, I know for a fact that with relationships, marriages, just it's so much to that, right? And people will say certain things like, excuse me, you should have saw the red flags, or people need to fight for their marriage. What's the other one with the girl Tia and the dude Corey? If she's not happy, she should be able to leave. And everybody has an opinion about people's relationship nowadays. And I thought this was interesting because I had never heard of this type of situation before, and like kind of knowing people involved. So that's why I think it was a little different for me. And then it's the after story, that even after we find out what happened, is even after that, after the moving on part, right? So it's a crazy story. But the person that we're going to talk to tonight is keeping his name anonymous. This is not his name. And as I put in the description, if you saw it, I put John Doe, because we want to keep his identity. We don't want to show his identity, for the sake of, just keeping everything kind of private, because this is I don't want to say a private moment, right? Because it's something that he wants to share, but I want to keep him private and keep his family and, all the parties that be, private, right? Because I think they have to give them the respect that they deserve within this situation. So, what's going to be talked about tonight is a situation where an individual, male, was married in a 3-year marriage, and had 2 kids within the marriage, beautiful kids, and kind of, wanted to talk about, well, you know what? I was going to read it off here. I'm going to let him kind of talk about it, right? I think that'd be most best. But he was in the car. He was taking care of something real quick. I'm gonna see if he's ready. I'll bring him in real quick. See if he's ready. What's up, sir? You ready yet? He might not be ready, y'all. He told me he had something to do real fast, so we're gonna hold on for a minute. See if he ready. But yeah, for the most part, y'all, man, it's been a fairly good week. You know, I ain't really been doing too much, but just working and trying to stay positive, maintain, be easy out here in this Florida weather. People get on me all the time about, being in Florida. I'll be like, man, look, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. But yeah, I like I said, I was gonna read, and I can. I mean, so I want him to talk about it. I don't even want to read no more after that. Like I don't even want to bring. I want him to finish everything because I have what we're going to talk about. I have it. Like I'm looking at it, and the 3-year marriage, beautiful kids. I want to stop right there. I want to stop right there because everything else after that is like what we're going to talk about. So I want to be able to let him talk about that. And I want to give him some time because before we came on, he told me he was handling some business real quick. So I'm gonna see if he is handled that, and then we can move on. Okay. Oh, he said not yet. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take him off, but leave. We got a chat going. And once he's ready, I'll bring him in. So he chatted me, let me know not yet. And I said, okay. But yeah, I mean, again, like I say, y'all, I get so much stuff thrown at me sometimes, and it's be like, can I talk about that? Can I tell people about that? And I mean, I'm not saying this is something that's going to be like, you're going to be super surprised or it's going to blow your mind, but it is something to discuss. It is something to talk about because from what I'm hearing from him is it's happening. You know what I'm saying? It is happening. I mean, and I can actually see it happening, kind of both ways. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is kind of, a two-way street, right? I mean, you got to go up and down, right? So I don't know. I mean, I just feel like sometimes, when I do hear stuff and I be like, I listen, I be like, damn, for real? It's like, come on, man. So when you're willing to share, your situation, I embrace that. I'm humbled by it, but he wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to make sure that I wanted to do it in a way where he's comfortable, I'm comfortable, and it's not too much. But it's gonna be it should be interesting. It should be interesting. So I'm gonna try to hold up on. I'm gonna try to hold up. I mean, I'm sorry. I hope y'all bear with me. Let me see. I don't even see no comments tonight. I don't know what's going on, man. It's just I don't know. It's technology, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't see nobody's comment. I don't even see no comments. I don't even know if y'all comment. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go probably to YouTube on my phone to see the comments because I cannot see them. Or let me see if I'm gonna try to go in the group first and then see. Or say I just got the notification. Okay. All right, bet. Because I wasn't sure. I mean, because I wasn't seeing no comments, so I wasn't 100% sure whether y'all was getting it or not. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can go to YouTube real quick. Go to YouTube real quick. And so live. Oh, it's live. So I'm gonna have to turn this down. So okay. So we live. So I'm gonna so if some comments pop up here, I'm gonna see if I can answer them. Because for some reason it don't look like we getting a whole lot of comments, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's so it was rough. It was rough. It rained a lot. It was windy. It was rough for a few days, but we did miss majority of it. And it's funny because a lot of people who lived up north, like Fort Myer and Orlando and Tampa, that area, they came down this way to South Florida to wait the storm out. So, but yeah, we good, man. We good. We good. It's when you live somewhere, Mother Nature has a routine, and when you live there, you kind of gotta get in the habit of dealing with that routine. And I'm kind of it is what it is at this point. I mean, it's still. I think out of everything, I would say the hurricane season is probably the only thing besides the rain when it rains. That kind of puts a damper on the day sometimes. But even with that, it's just a Florida thing. People say it all the time. Oh, it's just Florida. It's gonna rain and then it's gonna go away, and it do. Sometimes it rain like a motherfucker, and then this shit go away. I'll be like, damn, and then it's back hot again. Everything is dry. Sidewalk, street, everything is dry because the motherfucking sun is out. I'm like, God damn. I mean, but you can tell it rained because you can kind of feel the humidity. You can see the grass is wet, cars and shit. But yeah, we good, man. We trying to keep a slow motion down here, a little bit of a stress relief, man. I be telling people, man, it's been a blessing in different ways, and I mean it's been a little bit of a sacrifice too. And I mean most of everyone who's in my circle, my immediate group, kind of knows the sacrifice with being here, and that's not being able to see my daughter as much as I would like to. But outside of that, I mean, it's I mean, for me, it was just time, man. I mean, it's like somebody saying, the DMV, the youngest in the DMV and the shit that's going on. It's like I personally get it, because when I was still living there, it was a lot of stuff happening. But it's like now, it's just like it's just too much now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hearing more and more people, talking about moving from the area. Like I got a old co-worker, friend, who got his car stolen. He said he was at the gas station. I'm sorry, not the gas station. He was at the car wash. He was at the car wash. I guess they was had finished washing the car and they brought it out to wipe it down. And as they were wiping it down, Younger jumped in his jump, pulled off. And he found it. I mean, he found the car. They found it. I think within the day, they found it. And we got a group chat. Group text chat. And he was talking about how he was feeling about getting the car stolen, and I felt it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's that frustration. Like, dang, what the fuck, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we go to work, we work so hard for the things that we have, and then for them to be just taken for granted the way they do by other people. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And I mean, even when I was young, I remember doing wild shit. But at 40 plus years old, you look at stuff differently, and you look at it and you go, damn, really? Like we still like it's I don't know. I know it's hard, and he was like, kind of telling us what his mind was, and I was just telling him like, look, man, you got insurance. You know what I'm saying? Let that shit do what it's gonna do. You got a family, you know what I'm saying? You got a wife, man. It's a car, man. Let that shit, you know what I'm saying? But they found it. He called me yesterday, day before yesterday. We rapped for a minute. And that's just what it is, man. When shit happens to us, I know that it's a blower, you know what I'm saying? I know it's, some bullshit, but at the end of the day, man, I mean, a car can be replaced, you know what I'm saying? A life cannot be replaced. And the way people have been dying recently, due to being sick, or just to some senseless violence, or whatever it may be, it's just what I'm saying, it's enough I mean, I feel like it's enough negative stuff out there to add to it. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. It's enough negativity out there in the world than to have to add to the negativity. You know what I'm saying? So I was just kind of talking to him about that and just letting him know that it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no need for that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get the car back, show us or whatever, and just let it do what it do. But he got it back, and I was happy to hear that. But now he talking about, you know, possibly moving out of the city too. Because you know, I mean, different parts of the city, people live there for so long. I mean, I know a lot of people that still live in DC, who's always lived in DC. I know people that lived in DC and then moved to either Maryland or Virginia, and still live, you know, where they live, and you know, don't have any real, um, you know, thoughts of leaving the area. But then there's others that are, and there's others that already have. North Carolina, Georgia, here in Florida. I'm trying to think of somebody else who told me they just moved somewhere. Texas. One more place I think. I said North Carolina. It's just, I mean, I could just tell that it's people that are just kind of, you know, done with living in that type of environment. And I'm not saying even when you move and you go somewhere else that is going to be peaches and cream, but the advantage that you would have when you move like I did, you know, coming here, is nobody knows me here really. Nobody really knows me except for the family that's here. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like you go to work, you come home, you do whatever you want to do, whether you want to go out, grab tacos, or you know, go out have dinner, or go have some drinks, or you know, if it's early enough, we go get in the pool or go to the beach or whatever. But it's just a peaceful environment, and for a change, I've needed that for a long time. Really, um, I haven't even really processed that I've needed it for so long. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I know people sometimes say, I ain't heard from you, I ain't talked to you, or whatever. And I mean, for me, it's not about, you know, me not checking in or me not calling folk. It's just so much of what I had dealt with growing up in DC and then in Maryland and just the area in general. And now coming here and being able to just unpack all of that bullshit, and just so it's like come here and get to do what I do, you know what I'm saying, on the patio or wherever, on the beach or whatever. And I'm not looking both ways. I ain't feeling paranoid. I ain't thinking the police gonna run up on me. It's just a nice lift off and a nice flight. You know what I'm saying? And at home it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little different. You know what I'm saying? Especially for me in my situation, because I live with my folks. So I had to go outside and get in the truck, or I had to walk down the street or do something, you know, whatever. But now, you know what I'm saying, I can go around the patio, or if we go to the beach, I can, you know what I'm saying, on the beach, or we going out to eat. I mean, I'm just saying it's just a way more relaxed. It's just way more, you know, just comfortable. Like it's just a peace of mind. It's just like a lot of the weight that I was carrying when I was in that area. And not to mention always having to be on protect mode, like always having to be, you know what I'm saying, head on the swivel. You know, I mean, it's not like that for me now. Like I'm not swiveling. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just chilling. Okay, my man said he ready. But yeah, man, it's just I mean, I just feel like, you know, for the people that say they want to move, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling nobody not to move. I'm not telling nobody not to stay. But what I am saying is, you know what I'm saying, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm gonna bring my man on. What's up, champ?
What's going on with you, man? How you doing?
Man, listen, first of all, I just want to say thank you for this, because I know when we talk and you hit me up, I when I tell people that I'm sincerely humbled by some of the stuff that come my way, I really am. You know what I'm saying? And even the conversation that we had offline after the initial conversation was a blessing for me to hear that I got to continue doing what I'm doing, even though sometimes it might not seem to me if it's making an impact. So I wanted to say thank you for that first and foremost.
I truly appreciate you giving me this stage to kind of express my experience of what I went through.
Right.
Um, and it's pretty amazing when you grow because life is hard. It's crazy how you continue on to learn things, especially in relationships and just
Mm-hmm.
dealing with people. And you might have high expectations, but the people that you're dealing with don't. You get failed every time.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And
just to
that
give
would
it.
and somebody would say that would be because you're not evenly yoked.
I wouldn't say necessarily evenly yoked. I would, people come from different backgrounds,
Yes.
and you got to understand if your background matches the other person's background. You can't get, you can't come from this environment. You can, but you on a very short line because y'all way of interpreting things gonna always be totally different.
It's gonna be a little bit different. That is
Yeah,
absolutely right.
and it's on you to have the patience enough to wait and say, let me find out what this person is really talking about and hear him out. And
Mm.
9 times out of 10, when we listening, we try and figure that shit out right away. You know?
And sometimes we're not even listening. We just hearing the person just to show them some form of respect. We're not really listening,
That
like
part.
to comprehend.
Absolutely.
You know what I
You
mean?
know?
So I mean, for me, I talk about my divorce and a little bit about what I went through. But I would honestly say that it doesn't deter me from doing it all over again. It doesn't deter me at all, especially in the mindset that I'm in now, because it took some time to get out of that mindset I was in, and it was it was it was it was bad. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of dark places that my mind was trying to take me to at that time, and it just seemed like it. I understood that I had to be by myself for a little while, like literally just by myself, and it was cool because I worked a lot, like I worked all the time, so I could just work, get my money, come home, whatever, go out, hang with the fellas, whatever. But I would just, I wasn't, I kept myself busy, so it was cool, to kind of see the manifestation of just being with yourself, and starting to get one with yourself again. Because in relationships, whether people would like to say this or not, you kind of lose yourself a little bit if you allow yourself to in a relationship, right? And then you're not even yourself anymore. So now you questioning, you like questioning shit. You like, damn, is it me? Is it, you know what I'm saying? So, I when I was waiting for you, I was going to talk about what you wanted to talk about tonight, and I was going to kind of read, some, kind of the description that I had written up, and all I mentioned was 3 years of marriage and 2 kids, and I'm gonna let you kind of go from there because you mentioned, um, mental, verbal abuse. You mentioned, being humiliated, and I didn't want to like kind of I wanted you to be able to do it. So, 3 years of marriage, 2 beautiful kids. Let's dive into that. What we talking about?
Well, this is my story. You know, I came into a relationship, you know, wanting to create my own family. And by creating my own family, I started, you know, I was above age, and my significant other, my lady, she she was a couple of years younger than me, and I should have known better. But during these days and time, you just feel that age really doesn't matter, especially if they got some kind of maturity and brains about taking care of business.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so when I was in it, I couldn't really understand why. Very beautiful lady. I couldn't understand why she wanted to get married very quickly. She persuaded me to get, and I fell for her, in love with her. Fell very quickly. And just like any normal person or average person, you don't need nobody, but you want somebody. you know. So started dating her, but I couldn't understand why she wanted to have kids so quickly. I can understand it. I'm thinking, well, it's a possibility since she don't have any kids, she just want them now, and I wanted them too.
So it was a win-win.
It was a win-win situation. I wanted to have a daughter, and we had a daughter, and then we had a son. Beautiful, you know. And then I couldn't understand. She spent more of her time speaking to women all the time, from sun up to sundown. Couldn't really understand it. I thought she was just doing it because I was working so much. You know, she said that was her
Speaking to
entertainment.
women, like,
Well, just having casual conversations, but like all the way deep in it, like all the way in the mental, almost like you was dating. You know what I'm saying? Almost like if you got a number at the mall and you trying to get to know somebody.
ooh,
That deep.
wait, and this is still your wife we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I started complaining. When you complain, or when you not even complain or make any accusations about it, people try to start arguments and feeling all frustrated, feeling like they the victim. Start trying to start fights in the home. But getting all your family members and her family members to trade all the way against you. The best trick in the book. And now you got your family members looking at you crazy. But the more to the story is, she just wanted to have kids. The whole time, knew something was funny because I kept on saying I believe she likes women.
So was it already known she liked women previous going in?
No, she was always homophobic. She would say, if she seen things. If she seen two women kissing, she'd say, and she was very homophobic. Even if she seen like pictures on social media in reference to, somebody's kid or something like that going another way or however the case, she was a little bit homophobic about it. So that kind of threw me off. I couldn't really understand. I'm like, I'm not homophobic. So that's their world. Why are you trying to judge them?
Right.
It was real crazy. But she was bringing it up all the time. Not even knowing she wanted to speed up and get the divorce because she wanted it quickly.
Wait. So y'all was together 3 years.
3 years.
And within 3 years, y'all got married and had 2 kids.
2 kids.
Damn.
Yeah. We had 2 kids.
And what was the gap? You ain't gotta give me the age, but give me the gap between your age and her age.
You could say it's about 10 years.
Okay. I mean, there's it's a difference there because the difference is the times are different. Like when me and you grew up, it was different than it is now. So it's like the younger people look at stuff differently. They view shit differently. They do stuff differently. It's just I don't know. It's wild. But 3 years marriage, 2 kids, and once
But see,
the
this
cat
is what
got
I
out the
got.
bag, it was
This is what I
distributed
try to
divorce.
tell you. This is what I try to tell you. You know, you got to understand if you're in a different generation than somebody, you're trying to date somebody like that. It's just it's terrible. You know. But yeah, with that situation being said, once we got the divorce and got it quickly. She started, she got her a whole lady now. Moved the lady in. Whole time she was a down low girl. And see, that's what people really don't even talk about. You got these women, they finding guys who appear to look like they can keep themselves up, they well established, or they a hard worker or go getter, and they pick them like vultures, because that's how they trying to survive. They surviving off of having kids, and it's crazy because it's usually black people or black women,
Mm.
and I hate to say that because I love my black women, but it's women out here that's disrespecting black women. And on top of that, they're turning out to wanting to date another woman, but the whole thought they was it was already pre-planned that she already wanted to find somebody, have those kids, and get back to what she really loved, and that's just being with a woman. And I had nothing to do with me, because if the shoe was on the other foot, you know, why would why would I jump ship and want to be with a guy all of a sudden after I was just married to a man and just had 2 kids by a woman? That don't even make sense. It was the most roughest thing I've experienced in my life. And
Mm.
the crazy thing about it, it's probably people still right now that's that's living with a woman, married to a woman, and she going out with her friends, taking trips out of town, and you thinking it's just a, it's cool, ain't nothing wrong with it. Whole time they got a relationship together, and you don't even know it, and it's under your household,
Wow.
and you
Wow.
paying for the whole, and you paying for the whole situation.
Really? Wow.
So
Wow.
you know, but the crazy thing about it, what I say about it is that it's messing up our generation. Now, the most important thing in this world is a black woman. But if she cutting off and how she doing things, because she's supposed to really, women are our protectors. See, it's they switched it up, tricked us. Can't can't have a you can't have a child and not be a protector.
Right.
So so if you all mixed up, and when they always say it always starts at the top. If you at the top and you supposed to be creating some, because you the one who create the whole generation that's being born.
Mm.
And if you messing that up and you disrespecting your position,
Mm.
you wondering why so much shit going on, why so much crime.
Mm.
Because guess what? The the young boys is idolizing the women.
Yeah. I mean, we've had conversations about young black men being raised by women. Not saying that women cannot raise a young black man, but a young black man needs a father, needs that male figure in his life. I mean, he just do. So it is a little different, being raised by a mother because the young men emulate their mother's nature. Whether she's argumentative or disrespectful or high energy. You know what I'm saying? It's just is to me is natural. It's a natural thing if that's what the young man is just around all the time. It's just his mother. I mean, that's what you're gonna get. But
Yeah, but
I mean,
let's
I
not.
understand totally what you're saying though.
But let's stay on point, man. This social media is got other women liking other women and trying to fix their body up. It's a whole big. It's a plane. And it's crazy that I experienced what I've been through because I don't want nobody to ever experience that. Because you feel used, you
Yeah,
know?
I would have to agree with that.
You know, you was used to have kids, and her whole motive was to be with a woman, you know? And how much
I
you
mean,
was, how
but
much,
she could have went and got what they call it, artificially inseminated, and still been with a woman. So why the fuck? What was the? What was the? It had to be something about you for her to want to do it, though, right? To get married to be with you, right? Not just the kids, right?
you know, it was just a punk move. Because some people, they want to live up to standards.
Mm.
And they figured if I got a person to look a certain way, who carry yourself a certain way, I gotta have that in order to create the whole picture.
Wow.
See, the
And
thing
so,
is,
hold
you,
on,
you
real
gotta,
quick. Let's double
you
back.
gotta,
So you said something about the family. You said that her family, she was manipulating the family to make it seem like you was tripping about what you was telling them,
yeah.
but then whole time it was true, and now they don't really have dealings with her either now.
And now the family done cut her off, cause now they feel humiliated, cause the whole time I was telling them what the truth was.
Mm.
It's almost like what they say, what Malcolm X say, the chickens came home to roost, and that's just what happened.
Mm.
And it's very sad to see. It is. It's a crazy thing to see, man. It's a crazy thing because guys don't understand that they go through domestic violence too. They just too scared to even talk up about it. Ain't
Or,
no way,
or just not identify that they've gone through it, because
man.
niggas like me done been through a lot of traumatic shit. So
Hey,
you might
let
be
me tell you.
getting traumatic shit from your partner, but you might not identify it as that because you're so reactive to being on the defensive. You know what I'm saying?
Let me. I'm gonna drop this here with you right now. How many times you been with a lady and she got mad at you and she refused sex from you?
I've been with someone like that before.
Okay, so it's a lot of men that do that, and guess what? They married to the woman, right?
That's true.
Now, you don't find too many men. Not saying it doesn't happen, but you don't find too many men refusing their wife because they feel like if I refuse my wife, it's a possibility I might open up a door that I can't close.
Mm.
So, so now you seeing patterns, and now you got to understand the logic of a man. We we are producers, right? So how we share our love and how we supposed to share our love is through making love with your woman, because that's how we show our love. Now, a lot of times men abuse what we have. A lot of times,
Yeah.
that's a God honest truth.
Yeah. I
But
would
see,
agree
a
with that.
woman, so a woman, she has an inner. She don't have an outer. She has an inner. She has a vagina, right? And you, when you two come together, you enter inside of her, which means that's how we share love. But see, theirs is mental. And once a woman or anybody becomes mental and start talking to them and spending more time with them all the time, once they get into your head mentally, you gone.
Right. Right.
Shoot, you could be with a person and not even like them, but the more and more time you spend with them, you start to grow and love them. That's just the nature of it. But now, like I said, it's a group of women
Mm.
that's out here using men for a come up.
I guess it's kind of hard for me to fathom that because I'm not that type of person. Like if I don't fuck with you, I can't be around you. Like if I don't really fuck with you, I can't fake that. I cannot fake that. Like if I show up at the party and I'm late, but I walk in the door and I grab a beer or make a drink and I'm sipping, it's on my face that something's bothering me. So I can't be like, oh no, ain't nothing wrong. It's on my fucking face. So if I don't really fuck with a motherfucker, I can't hang around like that. Like I can't. I mean, especially once I start identifying why I can't be around this person. Nah, I got to go. And don't get me wrong, like you say, it was a process. And then first I had to identify it. Once I identified it, I got to go. I got to fucking go because I know me and I know what I'm capable of. And that's the part that's scary because I know what I'm capable of. The other person might not know what I'm capable of, but I do. So in order to get out of that, yeah, I can't be around you, Joe. I can't.
Yeah, you can't until you fall in love with somebody. Like you can say all the things that you want to say that you can't, but when you fall in love with somebody, you trying to trick yourself that you don't love that person. It's hard for you to leave, and you can't
So
be
that's what
playing
people doing out
around.
here. They tricking themselves.
Yeah, they are absolutely
Have you ever
because
tricked
right
yourself in being in love with somebody?
Trick myself in being in
all the time.
No. Like you didn't love the person, but you tricked yourself. That
Absolutely.
oh wow.
I think, I think,
Dang.
I think everybody do that because they want to be loved,
It starts out with when you
and, and they
start
and they
when
and they feel like
you
this is the,
in the
the
beginning.
best opportunity. So I'm gonna go ahead and
But
settle right here.
in this situation, he not even talking about red flags though. He talking about her wanting to be with a woman, but being married to him.
I thought he was saying like in general, like with anybody, how
I mean, it was going into a general conversation, but it was based off him being married to somebody that he thought was all in, like he was all in, but the whole time she wants to be with a woman. That's you know what I'm saying. And then we start talking about being with somebody, not necessarily them being your cup of tea, but you're around them so much that you begin to love them. Me, I can't be I can't do that. Like I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's not something that requires some effort to get out of, and it takes time. But once you recognize it, you gotta get the fuck out of there. So let me refer. So I do understand that it happens. I do understand that it happens, but I'm saying, but for me,
yeah.
I'm just so locked in on so much shit that's happened to me previous in my life.
That's why I was saying that you learned that from previous experiences. That's something that after going through some stuff, you learn how to recognize this stuff and to say, I'm never going to allow myself to be in that space again.
Yeah, but he's saying that there's people out here that's still doing it.
Because they're still in your learning phase.
Oh, that in they 40s and they 40s and they 50s.
I mean, everybody learns.
Jesus
And
Christ.
guess what? I absolutely agree. And guess what? You being used as a training course. Where you feel like you already done. You feel like you already finished and done with things. They still trying to figure it out. They got sidekicks.
Damn, you breaking up a little bit.
That's
You must be in Clinton.
You know, you got sidekicks.
Yeah, you in the matrix a little bit.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
just
can hear
gotta
you
be very
now, but
careful,
you was in the
very
matrix a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, you got to be forever mindful that it's people out here who's making mistakes and making big mistakes too. And when they do make that mistake, they code about it, and then you'll be stuck with the situation.
Passing blue planes. Okay. I mean, I agree, and I kind of feel, for you for having to even go through that. I mean, because again, 3 years is I don't want to say it's pretty quick because it doesn't have a, having kids and getting married don't have a time frame. But 3 years, 2 kids, and a marriage, that's swift.
Well, it's not even that. This polygamy thing is getting big.
From what I've been hearing lately, you're absolutely correct.
He said it's getting big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we know some people who do that. Well, I know some people who do that. I know a few couples that do that. I'm like, I mean, it's not my thing. Like the strip club, I'll go, but that's not my thing. Yeah, I don't get too much excitement from the strip club. I mean, I go and just hang out, look at titties walking around, but I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, to go through all of that and knowing what I went through in my divorce and it being so different, I'm just like, dang, like I guess in my mind, I'm just still beat up about if 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 kids is something that she wanted from you, why couldn't it have been a conversation versus having to get married and act like you was into me when the whole time you was, with women behind my back.
Was she with women behind the back, or she was
He
thinking
he
about marriage?
he said that she went on a trip with a friend, and the whole time he found out this is her lover. She said, "Oh, okay, yeah." So I'm
But you gotta
saying that.
understand,
I
all,
mean,
all men are not cowards. It's some women cowards too. She didn't know how to. She didn't know how to make the move. That was the move she made,
right.
and it wasn't that. It was a mistake. It was. It was just a coward move. She didn't know how to go about doing that because she had to pretty much carry a bid with her in order to cover up with her family. You know, she got to make it seem as if this the route that I took first and it didn't work out, or I wanted this, but I wanted that too, and it was just like hit. You know, she didn't know how to come out. She didn't know how to come out to her family, so she used a man for her.
How long was she gay?
Probably for a long time.
I
You
mean,
know,
did you ever have this conversation? Like, how long
yeah,
have you been? Is this something new that she is like exploring, or is this something like I knew that I like women since I was 13 or something like that?
well, I don't know if she ever. I think she knew the whole time. I think she was just hiding it. I think she just go through. She was just going through a phase of trying to find out who she was.
And you just got caught up.
Yeah, she just got caught up. She got caught up in a matrix of being with a
No, you
man.
you got caught up too because you fell for her. I mean, I'm not trying to make it sound fucked up, but she was your type. You emotionally got attached to her. Y'all end up having that what Miss Cameron like to call it, a soul tie, right? And so of course feelings involved. Y'all feeling the same. Conversations is like, you want to have kids. Oh, I want to have kids. Oh, you want to get married? Oh yeah, let's get married. So it's like it wasn't like you did anything wrong because you was just going with the natural order of things, right? But the whole
Yeah,
time for her, he had this whole
Desire
lifestyle. Yeah, like
to date women, or
yeah.
probably like because I could say like from what I've known from just working with my kids that a lot of them being curious. but don't know how to come out and really express that until they had something like a female, a more dominant female, bring that side out of them. So that's why I was asking, like, was she always curious? Did or did something happen to where I don't know, she was somewhere and this dominant woman came up to her and turned her out?
I'm gonna tell you like this. It ain't no excuse for you to easily cross over real quick like
Yeah,
that.
because if you that just don't happen. Because I know I'm a straight woman and I have absolutely no interest or curiosity or questionable about what a woman can give to me because I just don't like vagina. I just know that. It's just that simple for me. Like I don't even like think of it and think that hey, I wonder what that is like because it just don't. It's just not there. It's just absolutely just not even there.
So my question to you is, you're a feminine woman, correct?
Yes.
So me being a man, I'm looking at you like I think it's feminine for you to be with another woman because it's feminine.
It's feminine for me to be with another woman.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not masculine.
That's a good point. I mean, not saying whether it's right or wrong, but it's a good point.
It's the it ain't right. It's the truth. It's right. It ain't no other way. It's right. She's a feminine woman, and being with another woman is feminine. Just like if me being a guy, being with another guy, that's feminine. So it ain't no other way around it. If the opportunity exists, you can't say what you not going to do if you feminine, and that's what happened. She got caught in it, and during these days and time of social media, of being
Yeah,
persuaded to
now
wanting to
it's
be
like
with.
it's really pushed, or it's just really I'm not gonna say accepted. It's just really like it's really trendy.
Somebody said that that's why your lady likely felt it was okay to move that way.
Yeah, because it's trending right now to be fluent because one of my kids is a male LGBTQ, very feminine, but says he's bisexual, which I thought was confusing because he acts like a girl. So I was like, oh, okay, I would have never expected that to come out of his mouth for him to say that he was bisexual because he is a gay male, but acts like a female, but says that he likes females and men and women.
Somebody said it's acceptable by men, and then somebody else said that they think it's sexy for girls to be into girls.
Yeah, some people like that. Some people it like men like to watch two women making out, kissing and doing stuff to each other, and it turns them on.
But but this is his wife.
Some men like to see that. Like
Some men do, but
Valley?
some men do, but he does not.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep it what his mindset is. Like it's not. Yeah, it's accepted, but in his case, no. Like that's not what I wanted. I wanted a wife
right.
who wanted me.
Right, a monogamous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for that. But if you would have at least
you
gave me the opportunity.
If you weren't married, get turned on by looking at two women like freak on each other or kiss on each other or find that sexy?
Oh, definitely. I definitely find it sexy. And guess what? I will have something like that if that was the agreement. I'm not mad about that. I'm mad that you didn't give me the opportunity to make a decision.
Right.
Like if I was being married to a woman that like another woman, it's a possibility I would have accepted it. But at least give me the choice to make that decision from the beginning on seeing where I'm at. Like no man wants to see that woman all of a sudden you marry him and then they at the club every day talking to the DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like once you find that out, you be like, yeah, you like, I ain't know you was like that. I told you
Yeah.
I like music. Well, you told me you like music. I ain't know you wanted to talk to the DJ.
Hey, let me read one of these comments so you can hear it. Somebody wrote that feminine energy counterbalances masculinity. Double feminine energy lacks balance. What's your thought on that?
I agree in some sense. I agree because, but that's only if it's being catered to the man with that balance. If that balance ain't about the man being the head and she is just concentrating on the relationship with just that feminine energy, then it's not going to play out right because next thing you know, you got that's that jealousy energy, that jealousy feeling coming in. So, I mean, I agree. But it gotta be that balance because you already know what I'm here for. I'm here to create, procreate. You know?
How many children do y'all have?
2.
How old are they?
They still young.
So they don't, you know what I'm
They don't
saying?
understand
They not
what's really going on.
Yeah. I mean, they 3 years, 2 kids, they babies. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it. I mean, I just look at it in a totally different. Like, I just feel like I'm with him. You can be free to do whatever it is you do, right? But if we about to get into a situation where we're talking about being together exclusively, you gotta let me know that.
From the
Because
beginning.
yeah, you get. I mean,
Like, yeah,
I know it's easier said than done.
That's kind of like first date conversation.
I mean, whenever. I mean, first day, first. I mean,
like,
just regardless. At some point, it should come up. So I can, like he said, make a decision to know if that's something that I want to do or not. Just because it's acceptable, just because men think it's sexy, it don't mean all men want that shit. So.
Hey, for all that, I could have stayed single.
Absolutely, son. Absolutely. You could have stayed single and hit her and hit the friend.
I could have stayed single and we just could have had a decision just to have kids and kept it like that.
Man, exactly.
Yeah, I know my cousin who had kids with one of her male friends just off of, but she was all the way openly gay. Like it was like no in the closet type of situation, and she wanted a kid and he gave. Everybody can't afford artificial insemination, so you gotta go the ghetto way. Can you get me pregnant?
I mean, I have no comment to that. I have no comment to that. Somebody said that you kind of can't straddle the line and then be mad when it doesn't tip in your favor.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. Somebody said, listen, the lady knows her stuff.
And I definitely agree. She definitely do.
You know what I'm saying? So I just appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, just kind of shedding some light on it. You know what I mean? Because I do know that there are some men that take who said you're hilarious. I do know that there are some men that do take some mental and verbal and physical abuse from their partner, but they don't I guess they don't give it an opportunity or a chance to view it the way they should, because they automatically go into defense mode versus looking at it like it's a bigger problem. Like, hey, no, you can't, no, we can't do this. It's like versus like when some men see it, instead of it being, babe, no, we can't do this. It's automatically, bitch, what fuck you? I mean, it's automatic. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like a step back, like, oh, hold on, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's hard. It's relationships, man. They just, I mean, I be hearing people talk about relationships, books, people trying to be coaches and all that stuff, and it's just like, Joe, it's all good to have a coach. It's all good to have people talking to you, but guess what? It's your marriage. How the fuck somebody gonna tell you what to do or how to operate or how you run your marriage, Joe? Like your relationship, like that shit is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? So I try to stay out of people's business, man. I really do. But again, for you, you know, I'm sorry that you went through that. I hope that y'all can, you know, co-parent in a way where it ain't gonna cause too much, you know, trauma on either side, and you know, just be loving, you know, parents to the kids, man. Because you know, it is what it is.
Oh, we got a good relationship right now, but I think if it wasn't for me to being so open and being accepting and also being you have to, I believe sometimes you just gotta forgive people, and you gotta forgive them for yourself, you know, in order for you to get over it. And that's what I did, and I forgave her. You know, and it's humiliating, but it's something that you gotta put your big shoes on and forgive her and get past it and take it as a passage in your life, you know, because it's something that you can, just like me talking to you guys, like I could share this information about me being humiliated, and you know, maybe it's somebody else that's dealing with this same situation and the joint being undercover, and you dealing with it. Mine's was 3 years. Yours
He's already gotten a divorce, Chrissy. I was just answering somebody's question, dog. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, theirs can be they could be dealing with it for 10 years and don't even know. You know, but it's crazy. Give people an opportunity to make that decision. And it's also tricky.
So I'm gonna read this comment, and I don't 100% agree with it. I'm gonna just say that off the break, but I'm gonna just read it and tell me what you think. It says, hopefully next time he knows to be completely upfront with expectations and take the time to get to know a woman before moving into a serious relationship.
And guess what? I definitely agree. I definitely agree.
The only reason why I say I don't 100% agree, because relationships don't have no timetable.
It don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like getting with somebody and taking it to the next level ain't no time period on that.
Yeah, it's no time period, but you the one who create the expectation.
That part I agree with. That part I do.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta learn how to say no and put your foot down and say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with that.
Even when they naked in front of you and just ready to go, you gotta be like, nope.
Yeah, you gotta be you gotta be like, disciplined.
No, oh shit, that feels, nope.
You gotta be disciplined. And they know, exactly. You know, the power of the PUSSY, you know. Yes, they know how to work. They know how to work it. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir.
Shoot,
It-
that's home for us.
You need that change that y'all like it again so much.
the same
Because
thing. Hold on.
hold on,
I'm
hold on.
gonna. I
Let me
got
answer
you.
that. Let me answer that. Let me
Okay.
answer that.
Okay.
Because guess what? That's our home, and that's where we came from,
Exactly.
and that's why we love it.
Exactly.
Because that's where we came from, and we don't got it.
And we don't got it.
And we don't got it. You got something we want, and we want it.
And the same reason why y'all like it to be in there. Same thing. Not saying multiple men, but when you find that one, you like, oh yeah, fuck that. I'm winner chicken dinner. Goddamn it, I'm good. And
Exactly.
I was looking
This
at
that one
I
person.
was looking at a
This
show
that one.
today, and the lady was saying how her husband, I guess they had got into like a little argument or whatever, and she was like, damn, I hate when he act like this because he got some good dick. I'll be like, what? So you don't care about the argument, you don't care about none of that, just he got good dick. So you gonna hang around.
Right.
I mean,
Right,
he could be abusive and all that, but because he got good dick, you saying, all right.
Yeah, cause she like that furniture in her house.
Right. Right. And that's a whole nother conversation, man. Just starting over because people always, talk about starting over and all that, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. I'm pretty sure, there's a couple people who came through tonight to kind of, hear what you was gonna talk about. Of course, we got a couple comments, which is always good, but man, I don't know, man. All I can tell you, man, I'm with you. As a brother, as a friend, you know what I'm saying? Just hoping you keeping your head up. And again, like you said, keep that relationship, the co-parenting relationship with her smooth so it could be good for the kids.
Oh yeah, gotta make sure you. That's the one thing you gotta do. It take a village to raise kids, man. And I'm not gonna stop that. I just wanted to come on and make it aware about what's going on. That it's some down low women, and
Yeah,
and they.
we always talk about the down low pain, but nobody don't ever talk about the down low pain.
But yeah, that's the absolute truth. That's the absolute truth, and it's just it is what it is, and now it's being promoted. But the thing is, I'm not. If that's what you want to do, I'm not against it. I'm just saying, just give me a decision to agree
Or disagree.
or disagree.
Right.
That part.
Folks saying, man, they appreciate you for opening up and sharing, man. They say they're in the comments saying they appreciate it.
Man, I appreciate them.
Man, so where you had it, man? You had it in, or you got another stop?
I'm in. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm about to smoke a cigar and lay back. That's it.
That's a bet, man. Well, you've had my number for a while now, so whenever you need to use it, man, you let me know.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. Take care.
Be safe, man.
All right.
And so that's that. So the sound quality was a little bad. I think he was in his car, and I think the feedback from his car and Bluetooth or whatever was coming back and forth. But y'all got the nuts and bolts of what we just talked about, and that's why I say it's like sometimes people bring stuff to me. I don't bring stuff to them. People be in my inbox like, hey, look, Slim, this happened to me. This one I'm going through. This and this. And I'd be like, damn, for real? And I mean, I'd be listening to some of the stuff that people be going through. I just be like, damn, it's really crazy out here. So it in one sense, it keeps me humble because I'm thankful that some of that stuff is not happening to me. And then on the opposite end, I'm just like, damn, like I need to be thankful. Like, keep my mind this way and not go that way because it's wild out there, man. I don't have time for that. I don't have no time. I got time for fun, wild stuff between me and my partner, or between us and our friends, and when we do stuff. But crazy shit, I heard how they have the reels, and there was a lady sounded like she was a white lady, but she was saying that good men, women don't find good men because they don't know where to find them. And I was just like, what's she talking about? She was like, good men don't go to clubs. Good men don't hang out. Good men don't want to be in situations that make them feel uncomfortable. I was like, damn, she got a point. You know what I mean? Because that's true. Like, if we go out, I don't want to go nowhere where shit gonna be crazy. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go somewhere where I know we gonna be chilling. But you know, I sometimes hear women say I'm getting the same man, same man. Where are you meeting them? What are you doing? Like, you gotta start looking at you in a nutshell, like on both sides, men and women. Because I hear women, I hear men say some of the same shit too. Oh man, I keep running into the same type of chick. Nigga, that's because that's what you like. Like, I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, I think at the end of the day, I feel like, you know, we all we live, we learn, we grow. But then I feel like the good thing, even with my guests, is throwing it back and giving the perspective to somebody else, because somebody may take that story or perspective and give it to somebody else and share it, and then it may turn into a different, bigger conversation. But at least it's an adult conversation. At least it's I don't want to say positive, but it's productive, because because you're going to get differences of opinion. Somebody say, oh, I don't agree with that because of this. Somebody might say, oh, I agree. So at least it's a sustainable, you know, conversation. It's something with some substance, you know what I'm saying? Something to talk about, not just, you know, some regular bullshit. That was a good yet unexpected topic. He's a whole man for how he handled and continued to handle the family situation. Absolutely. And I mean, for real, you know, good dude. Been known the dude for a while now. And we talked a little bit offline. And he talked about how, you know, when he first met me, and I was like, damn, for real? He was like, yeah, you don't remember that? I'm like, man, I said I might do just a running show with different people that I've ran across in my lifetime that I know gonna be funny, have some funny stories and shit, and just talk about back in the day, and just because I do not be remembering half this shit. People be telling me, you don't remember you did this? Fuck no, I don't remember that. So I mean, it is what it is. But man, like I said, man, I wanna apologize for not having Amechi with me tonight. She had some technical difficulties at the crib. I told her that was more important to take care of. If she could jump on, we would be here. But if not, and man, it's all love. So next week we'll try to come back and give y'all something else and just keep it going, man. So until next week, y'all be safe, be easy. Be better than you were yesterday, man. I know what time it is. Peace.